You are a stakeholder, the economic and political landscape of Delta State. I mean, Delta State will not be complete. The political dictates will not be complete without mention of your name. You've been around for a while. You are a lawyer, a good one, I think. You entered politics. Before then, you were a fledgling lawyer, doing well. What would you say took you from law to politics?
Well, to start with, we all believe that we're all politicians. And as a lawyer, my desire to serve actually drew me into politics. That was why when I became partisan in 2003, I ran for the Senate in my central district in Delta State.
With Chief Felix Ibru?
Yes, Felix Ibru. And because again, to the politician who has a lot of regard for the party structure, so when in difference to the leadership of the party, I had to withdraw from Felix Ibru then. Later became a senator. And since then, I've been very, very partisan in Delta politics, and of course, in Nigerian politics, because years after, again, I also attempted it again.
You attempted a senatorial...
And we lost one of our senators then, Ogwash-ikwu. So, and we need to complete his tenure. So, of course, again, I was drafted in. Again, I was pressured to also withdraw for Emmanuel Agwarodo. Yes. And since then, we've been contributing a little quota because since then, I was made a political advisor. From political advisor, I became a commissioner, then to that commissioner, yes. And then my last bit was advisor, political advisor now. After being a special advisor, I became a political advisor in charge of Data Central. That was my last bit of appointment for now.
Having attempted twice as a senator, and the structure says weight small. How did you feel when they say weight small?
Usually, one will feel bad because you have prepared your mind to serve at that level, and when the system now says no, for peace to reign, you have to withdraw your interest first. And as a very loyal party man, I have no choice. Not these days that people begin to make noise. No, I said, okay, I withdraw because I still believe that there's still time. I still have age on my side then, so I had to withdraw. But that doesn't mean that I didn't want to contribute, unlike some people, after withdrawing, to go to another party to pick ticket. I'm very steadfast in my party, for instance. Even the first time I attempted it, after I withdrew from the race, you won't believe it. Instead of asking that I be compensated, I instead contributed again. Especially even to the campaigns of Olorongo Felix Ibru of blessed memory. I had to contribute money to also assist him then. That's to tell you how loyal I am as a party man. But usually, when you are asked to withdraw, especially when you've started the race, you have followers already who have so much confidence in you, and all of a sudden, they now ask you to withdraw. They feel their interest has been truncated. But again, too, I believe that maybe it's not God's time, and because if it's God's will, then everything will work together for your good.
Probably has to do with your background. I don't know if I'm right.
Yes, yeah, that's true. I'm from also an average background, and polygamous zone. But my mother had only two of us, so and she doted so much on us. For me, things were very easy for some of us, and we believe that you don't have to do or die anything because when we were growing up, I think some of the privilege we had then, we that beg and call. So I would see everybody as one, like I told you. My mother had only two of us, and because of that, we had so many friends. We lived with so many people. Some of them we thought they were we had the blood relationships with them, but they were not. My mother got took everybody in, and so we see everybody till now. I see everybody as friends. If you look at some of the people who are around me now, some of them are not even robots. Some of them have been with me for about 20 years. The people still even think that they are robots, but they are not. Some of them Delta North. So that has always been the way we live. So, and if there's any contest, we believe that somebody have to win. And two people cannot win at a time. So we believe that in any contest, one has to go. So that's how I see everything I do in my life. Yes, I can be ambitious and I put in my best, but if it doesn't turn the way I want it, I'll accept it in good faith.
Talking about helping other privilege, you've been the forefront of that. You have some scholarships running for years now, and some empowerments. I know in your simplicity and modesty, you didn't want to mention that some of the things you've done philanthropically, but maybe you should just, let me give you the right to blow your trumpet for 2 minutes.
You see, yes. Like I said, my upbringing also have a lot to do with it. Because I recall when I was in school, even at the primary school level, because I would say I was a little bit privileged, let me use that word. And each time we go to school, during break, we had the opportunity to go buy some food. I just felt that there's need for you to help those around you. So it followed me from primary school to secondary school that you had to even press your mom to help some people pay fees. So when I grew up and God has blessed me, I discovered that it was need for you to do more. In 1996, I instituted that scholarship program, and we're giving out just 12,000 naira per annum. You'll be surprised. It went a long way. Some of the persons that benefited from it, today the lawyers doing very well. So the point I'm trying to make is that if some of us can make away some of the things we do and channel such funds to those really need it, I'm sure that society will be better for it. But those who are with you in times of need, that's the bond. And that's my belief also, that it don't need to be my blood relation before we can bond ourselves. That has always guided me.
Okay, fine. Let's look at your stewardship. What would you say with your contributions to the building of the state as at that time?
Yes. As a special advisor, one of those people who present papers on this climate change. Then, by 2007, it was just coming up, and we believe that there is need for us to be conscious of our ecosystem. It may take time, but it will be very devastating if we're not conscious of it. So we were preaching about that. It took us to the United States then, California to be precise. Schwarzenegger was one of those at the forefront of it, so we keyed into it. And I ensured that then it also became one of our policies as a special advisor. When I was made Commissioner for Special Duties, Water-Free Water Project, I would say that was one of my biggest achievements, in the sense that the project that we inherited, from the defunct Bendel State then, the project, that's the Efrun Warri Water Project. We inherited from Bendel State, and for some years, for some time, nothing was happening there. And it was a big project that the past government have contained so much funds, So, but again, to the glory of God, when I came on board, the brief time I was there, we were able to extract the water, treated it, they pumped it also to the water tank. The only thing I didn't do was the distribution aspect of it. That was when I was deployed, as it were, removed, and made commissioner for lands. If you go to the lands registry now and you have a plot of land anywhere, they can use their GPS for you and trace it, so the coordinates will be easy for you to be traced now.
So what would you say was substantial? Land belongs to God. Okay, trusted, to the government.
I prepared, like for instance, I'll say that what they enjoy now, I prepared the grants for them, because without information on any land, you won't be able to get the details. But I'm sure now that with the Fast Track 90 now, you can get yourself out within months now. I think that's substantial, if you ask me. That's why anything you do as a politician, let the people know it. Because it has a way of preparing their minds whether you are doing well or not.
You've been a homebred politician. You've been home. You know your people. You know their need. You know everything. Yeah. Are there some salient things you think?
I think at that level, yes, I know. Because see, my people, especially the people from Delta Central, the rural people, today, in terms of numbers, so we are more. Delta State, for instance. But you see, people are still not cohesive yet. As one people. So that when we speak, we say, yes, the rural people have spoken. But we still don't have it yet. The governor, the current governor is one man who understood Delta politics. You know, he's somebody I've always said that is a bottom-up man. You know, you can take everything from His Excellency Ogowa, but not politics. So he has been able to, at least not weld his interests among his, that's why I discovered that for the first time, you know, we did very well in terms of votes.
Yes, how can we move Central forward? Yes.
You see, is one, let us first of all see ourselves as one first. That we are one people. So in Central, we need a leader who believes that whether you are APC, you are PDP, you are whatever, everybody gets attracted to you. So my belief is that we should see ourselves as one people, so that once it comes to a matter that will take a decision, that is that goes across party lines, we can speak with one voice.
Okay, let's take your role. You were the chairman of the Central PDP campaign.
Yes.
The last one. How did it go?
Well,
Your role and all that.
I'll say it went very well. Provided the leadership, what we did was to run the campaign through the local governments.
Okay.
And His Excellency the governor made it easier for some.
Why were you the chair? Why were you the chairman?
I'm sure it's a decision of the leadership, the party chairman, and
Okay.
because the governor is the leader of the party in the state.
Okay.
But of course, you also know that we have a party chairman also. And I'm sure that maybe because I've had some, I played some role in central politics, maybe.
Okay.
And maybe because of my status too, that I've also been around, and
Okay.
I've been very steadfast. Like you know, since I became party chairman, I'm not wavered at all.
Yes.
I'm one of those believe that on PDP we stand,
Yes.
whether good or bad. So so I'm sure that informed maybe their decision. But again, too, like I said, we drove it through the local governments, and it became easier for us because once you have a good product, it's not difficult for you to market it again.
Okay.
And the governor is somebody I would say that. Without my words, he has done very well. Let me use the word. So when they say the governor is the road master, he's not out of place. Because I didn't even know the much he has done until I started going to certain places. Even this Asaba, for instance, you'll be surprised that nearly all the roads in Asaba have been tarred in less than 4 years. And everywhere you go to, you know, there are certain places you go to, it's just also go to this place. It became easier for us to do the campaigns. And like I said earlier on, that you can take everything from him, but not politics. So, and I want to thank all of them. Let me see opportunity to thank me.
Yes.
Though at some level we have thanked them also, but at least let me say publicly now that we're very happy and impressed with what they did for the party.
Okay.
And but again, we should move a step further by showing that we come together as one, that we should be cohesive, so that if we continue it, we'll be able to at least improve the lives of our people. Those other parties, they should not join hands with His Excellency now, because I believe that anybody who wants to contest for an election shows that he has something to offer. So whatever you have to offer, bring it. Let His Excellency,
Let's share it.
Share it with him. The governor is a listening man, it's a listening governor. Like in River State, like Wike said, let them come. You know, it's not time to grow Delta State,
Yes.
to move it to the next level now.
Okay.
So whatever good thing you think that you were going to do, if you were at the saddle, so bring it up, share with the governor so that we can move Delta State forward. And I'm sure that the governor is ready. He has stretched his hand of lead branch to all those who contested with him.
Talking about the governor, Senator Dr. Ifeanyi Adokowa,
Yes.
your impression about him, candid impression about the man.
You see, Governor Kowa is a gift to Delta State. Because he didn't just plan to be governor. he understood Delta State. I recall in 2007 when I read his manifesto, that's when I knew that he was a very serious politician. And he's been planning, working, and praying for it. Now that he has gotten it. When he became a governor, he hit the ground running because he understood Delta State already. And since then, I'm not pressing him. I'm honest about it. Since then, to me, he has not disappointed us. He hasn't. Okowa is one man, if he says anything, so when he sees a promise keeper, it's not about politics. There's some people in politics, career campaigns, some of us do all sort of things, but not Okowa. And that has impacted on some of us. For me, if he leaves office 2003 now, if I say what did I get or gain from Okowa, I would say it's integrity. You know, it's integrity. If Okowa says, Upper Williams, okay, I'll do it for you. Even at great pains, because he has voiced it out, he will keep to it. And that's the mark of a real leader. You can go to bed after discussing with him on any issues and you agree with him. That's all. Odigbobo, that's our national leader. Our national leader is someone who is very detribalized. When he was a governor, he discovered that he carried everybody. You cannot say this is an Oroma who made so much money from him. You cannot say this is an Ibuma who has got. You know what I'm talking about? That's why today is an enigma. That's why today, anywhere he enters, people still recognize him as a leader. Because he's one man, if your path crosses with him, you take him as a friend. He believes that whatever he has, he will use it to impact on the people positively. If you meet him for any problem, even though he knows that it's a very difficult one, he will always encourage you. So we won't call him national leader, not because he's a national leader, because no, he's a true national leader. And that's because he was open-handed. He reached out, even when he was a governor. They were his colleagues that he was even assisting. As a governor, for instance, that's the kind of person Ibori is.
What would be your own contribution, your own idea of making Delta a stronger Delta?
To start with, the peace we're enjoying now should be sustained. The health, he has a master stroke. That is a contributory health insurance scheme. For me, it's a master stroke because those who understood it, it shows that you can access a health facility easily now with little or nothing, just for you to pay a little contribution. Then, of course, you can avail yourself of health services. So to me, he has done so much in that area. Though he's creating employment, but I know that we need to do more in that area because there's still so much unemployment in the system. No, because government cannot do it all. So I'm not just employing people and spending all that we have in paying salaries. So government probably will be employing about maybe 5 to 1,000 people, for instance, to fill up those vacancies. So I'm sure that if he's going to triple all that he's been doing, that means we have more people that will be on their own. And with all those gap step schemes here, step here, because for me that should be emphasized. Because there's still so much unemployment and the government cannot employ everybody. So, but you're going to create an environment for you to succeed. We should key into it. Who is government in the first place? We're all government now. Me and you, that's the government now. Yeah. The only area I know that we usually do this time around is the housing sector. Yes. That's one area I know that we'll be looking to this time around. Though I am aware too that there are some projects on ground now, but because they have not come up, some people are not seeing them now. But we need a lot of work in the area so that at least the working our staffers, especially the civil servants, can get a place, especially those of them who are retired or will be retiring. So when they get a place of their own, it becomes easier for them and faster. So to some extent, I'm sure that what is has started the same pace, and he has promised that he will double it to me that Delta will be stronger for it.
Thank you very much, sir. Hoping that 2023 is around the corner, like you said, at the end of one election, the beginning of an election. So we're hoping that very soon we'll see you. Either, I know definitely. I mean, I'm not. I mean, let me talk for myself. Let me not talk for you. But I know that you're going to try your hands again.
Yes.
In one of those things, and I wish you well.
Thank you.
Okay, if there's any way we can help, we're here. Thank you very much, sir.